everybody, it's time for the yearly settings video, and since it's asked the most frequently, I'll start with the camera settings. So I use TV pod offset, and my settings are just the exact same as they've been in the past 2 years. It's just a zoomed in camera angle from a very far distance, so I like to drive it that way, and the visibility is quite good. And you can pause the video here if you want to copy them down if you'd like, and I'll show what the camera setting looks like if I hide the menu. And yeah, I think it's just quite nice. And also for this year I've created a new TV pod setting. I don't think I'll use it too frequently, but it's a good alternative to have. I think I use it on my Canada lap, and yeah, I think it's pretty good. I generally prefer offset over the standard setting because, like, even when you put the camera shake down to 0, it still shakes more than offset, so generally I prefer offset. Anyway, now moving on to the wheel settings. So I use a Fanatec CSL Elite, and my settings in the game are actually quite similar to the stock settings that come in the game. So I haven't touched too much, but I'll still show it. So the controls are exactly the same, and the calibration all 0. I haven't changed anything, but I'll give a general tip. When I was first turning traction control off, like bumping the throttle linearity up a bit helped me learn it, so it's something worth considering if you're in a similar situation. As for the vibration and force feedback, they're pretty much the exact same as how it comes. I just turn down the rumble strip to 0. I think it's just more comfortable to drive with, and I just find myself to be quicker when I do it that way. And I still feel the curb, so I think it's just something worth doing. I think last year I ran the wheel damper at 5 and these on and off track effects at 10, but this year I just kept the stock settings. I think they feel good. And in general, I prefer to keep the force feedback setting at a low level because it allows me to make a lot of corrections and just rotate the wheel really fast, and I like that. Speaking of rotating, the wheel rotation is at 360 degrees. I know some people use it lower, especially the faster guys, but I just feel it's the most natural this way, and I'm used to it. And also understeer enhance is off. I think I had it on when I was on a Logitech wheel, but I don't feel the need for it anymore, so that's pretty much how it is in game. So Fanatec also has force feedback settings you can adjust within the wheel, and for me these are really different compared to last year. I don't think there's a single setting that is the same apart from the brake ones, so I thought I'd share these as well. The main ones to take note of are the force effect intensity and also the drift mode. I put these to the lowest. It just gives me a smoother feeling, and I like it right now that way, but I might change it later, I don't know. And the overall force feedback, I put it up whereas it was lower in the previous years, I think. So those are the main differences. Also, the BRF setting is something you get if you have the load cell pedals, which I do, and I set it to 40. And I want to say that I run the load cell pedals with the 95 rubber, so that's like the strongest. I thought that was important context. And also take the white foam out and replace it with an 85 rubber. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments and I'll answer. See ya.